Well, good morning, everyone, Facebook followers of Mirror Vintage Park. Thank you for joining us today. My name is John Parker, and I'm actually the sales director here at Mirror Vintage Park. You've seen my face on other videos. And I want to visit with you just for a moment about Mirror Vintage Park, the active adult 55 plus community that's going to be opening soon. Our clubhouse is tentatively going to be opening on November the 15th. So mark your calendars for that wonderful day to come in and see our beautiful, beautiful clubhouse. But I do want to tell you a little bit about Mirror Vintage Park. As the area's first active adult 55 plus community, I do encourage everybody, family and friends, to come by the leasing center or the model and learn more about us. You'll be glad you did. We're a very unique approach to active adult living and very much worth your time to see what we're all about. Learn about the 8 styles of floor plans we have. You can see the site plan behind me as well too. We have over 30 families that are reserved with us thus far. And then we have some incredible pricing in place that's been discounted. And we also have some wonderful, wonderful incentives that I'd like to visit with you as you stop in to see what we're all about. But on to our special guest today, Mirror Vintage Park's Facebook Live. Would like to welcome Tai Chi Mike Gentil from the beautiful state of North Carolina. Mike was raised in Brooklyn, or Queens, New York. He started with Tai Chi about 30 years ago, and he specializes working with seniors, and he works at both the cancer centers there in North Carolina. And we're so very fortunate to have him. He started teaching full-time about 25 years ago. And like I said, we were fortunate, Mirror Vintage Park is very fortunate to have him. So what we're going to let you do is I'm going to introduce Mike Gentile, or Tai Chi Mike, as he's known to his followers on Facebook and so forth, to go through everything and to learn a little bit more about Tai Chi. Mike, if you wish to take it away, we'd love to have you present. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. This is John with Mirror Vintage Park. We'll be back shortly. Thanks again.
Yeah, John, thank you very much. And hello to the Mirror Vintage Park people. So we're going to have a little fun today as we learn, hopefully, a little something about Tai Chi and something called Qigong. And what I'd like you to do is make sure you have a little water, get a chair, because we'll do a little something in the chair if it's okay. I'll explain a little bit more about what Tai Chi is. And hopefully some of you have tried it. And if you have, you probably know it's not easy to remember, okay? So in the world of Tai Chi and Qigong, you're a beginner for 3 years. So we don't have to rush anything in that respect. So what I'm going to do is move this iPad around a little bit, so don't let it get you dizzy. So I can sit down and you can see. So if you can, try to sit a little bit on a sturdy chair. You know, nothing that's too soft right now. And of course you can stand too. You don't have to sit. And we will be getting up in a moment. And so Tai Chi, as we know, comes from China, and it's been around quite a while. And it started out and still is a very profound martial art. And but at the same time, right now, it's a martial art against stress, help reduce the aging process, and to keep us from falling. Those are the things that we're trying to do a good job with. It does help the immune system. John mentioned that work with the cancer hospitals. And obviously, one of our big jobs is to help people overcome very difficult situations, and it can boost their immune system. So let me give you a little example of simple exercises. And it would be very nice, by the way, for everyone here to come up with something for 2 or 3, 4 minutes in the morning, right away. You know, they can sit on the edge of the bed, do some of the things we're going to do, so that your body wakes up, your circulation is there. A lot of falls happen early in the morning, and it gives you a little time to wake up. So, you know, it's the name of your place is Vintage, right? So at a certain age, we're like a vintage Jaguar. And if you remember the old Jaguars, they need to be primed. So you just don't get up and go anymore. Okay? You just kind of take it easy, and that keeps everyone very safe. Okay? So we're going to move our head and just up and down 2 times, nice and easy. You don't go too fast. We do things kind of slowly. Just go up and down for a moment. Just see how that feels. So you're going to observe how it feels. Very simple exercise, correct? Then do 2 more and breathe. Exhale down. Inhale up. When you come down and you exhale, let it be a little stretch in the back of the neck. When you come up, pay attention to how far you're coming up and make sure you don't hurt yourself in the back of the neck, okay? And then just do 2 more with your eyes closed and see if you can feel like a difference each time you're doing these things. So connecting your breath, your mind intent, and your movement is what makes a Qigong or a Tai Chi movement different than just a regular exercise. And we're going to just, while we're doing neck, and it's very important to keep your range of motion, especially if you're driving, right? Let's kind of look to your right. We'll do that 2 times. Come back to center for a moment. Then go to the other side. Come back to center. Now, when you go to the side, breathe in. Feel a slight stretch and hold it. And then exhale back to center. And then breathe in. Go to the opposite side. Hold it a moment. Exhale back to center. Now, one more time. So we're going to breathe in, hold it, and bring your eyes over there. So wherever your head is turning, bring your eyes and see, like, how far can you see behind you? And then the other side. So these movements done daily give us the same range of motion as somebody working very quickly. It just takes us a little longer. Now keep in mind, you know, we're all the young age of old, you know, and in the Chinese thought process, 65 years old is just the young age of old. So they have different attitudes, and Kung Fu is excellent over time. So most of us are excellent on something, and it probably took us time to get there. The Qigong that I was talking about is Qi is spelled Qi. Qi meaning our life force. So if you're into yoga, it would be prana. Every nationality, life force for us, right? So it's like an electrical system also in our body, chemical system. So Qi and Gong is work, energy work, cultivating energy, working with our energy, you know, that type of thing. And I just want you to remember this, Qi is pronounced Qi, and it's a Scrabble word, so this could help you quite a bit. And you probably know that by now if you're playing Scrabble. And again, Ki is a Scrabble word because that would be the Japanese key, right? Now, we're going to move our hands a little bit, all right? We just did our neck a little, and I'm going to stand up, and you can sit down. So just kind of open up your fingers and close them. So a little bit of dexterity. For some of you, this is very simple. For others, it's not. You can turn the hand over, close them one at a time. These are the kind of things you can do watching TV, right? Now, to strengthen the hands, we're going to open them wide and stretch them. Don't hurt yourself. Feel the stretch. Relax. Tiger claws. That'll help nails grow. Okay. Relax. Open wide. We're going to do that 2 more times, but if that hurts, don't do it. But you want to feel some strain, slight discomfort, but no pain. Open up. Breathing in. Relax. Exhale. Exhale. Tiger claws. Relax. Rub the hands. Good. Now, strength is very important. So we're going to work in a little while on some movement, and which will help our circulation. So we know the body needs to be circulated, very important. So our movement does that. It's recommended for anyone with arthritis because it's gentle movements. At the same time, we also know the legs are very important, and the lymphatic system is very important for our overall health. And pumping the legs and having strong legs helps circulation and so forth. So sometimes though we're not able to get up. We need to sit down. You know, we can't walk around much. So had an injury or whatever. So I'm going to show you a little leg exercise. You're going to lift your knee up, Now, if this hurts your back, you're not going to do it. And you're going to put your foot out. And you're going to, since it's a martial art, you're going to make believe you're kicking with the ball of your foot. So pull your toe back. And try to get your thigh off the chair. And then come back again. Now, if you can feel all those muscles, okay, then you don't need to do it the second time. If you haven't, pick it up, kick it out, hold it up a little bit, get your thigh off the chair, and let's do the other leg. In breath, out breath, in breath, out breath. Okay, one more. Now, hopefully you feel something. Don't forget, if you're home, you can do as many as you like, right? We do this exercise for the karate guys. So it can be, when you get up to 10, it gets quite difficult. Now, one of the most important aspects of Tai Chi is to teach people not to fall. Now, most of the time, people will say it will improve your balance. And yes, anything will improve, and everyone here can improve their balance by just spending a couple of minutes a day every day. But how many times a day do you walk around on one foot? Or need to? Very seldom. But you need good coordination. You need to be aware of your weight. You need to make sure you're not overreaching. And you need to not be distracted. So almost 80% of the falls are caused because we're either rushing or we're distracted. It'd be similar to car accidents. And anyone that's fallen, if they think about it, they could probably realize that one of those aspects came into play. So I'm going to show you the clock system in the world of Tai Chi. You're standing on a clock, so I'm facing 12 o'clock. If I was over here, I'd be facing 12, right? And now my back is to you. But let's make believe you're standing on a clock. And of course, you know what these clocks are like. If you're teaching kids now, I have to come up with a different clock. So I'm going to put my weight on my left leg. It doesn't matter which leg you do, put your toe out in front. And make sure you're not hurting anything. That puts all your weight on your back leg, correct? And bend that knee. Now since I'm looking at 12, I'm going to go from 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm holding, because I don't want you doing it now without holding, okay? And then later on, you will do it without holding. But right now, I want you to get the feel. What will happen is you'll start to know that 1 and 2 is easy, and 3 is a little more difficult. Oh, wow, 4 gets more difficult, and 5 I'm having a lot of trouble with, and 6 I don't even want to do, right? And this is also how to strengthen your leg. So your feet just go like so, okay? Let's just do the other leg. So I'd like you to remember this one. This will tell you what time are you having a little trouble. And let's come back. So now when I go the other way, it's obviously 11 and 10 and 9 and 8. So let's say I'm doing it and I'm not holding on, and I go down, I go to 1, I go to 2, I go to 3, and I'm feeling like I'm off balance. I don't need to go to 4. I need to get really good, 1, 2, and 3. Do that for a week, then I go to 4. Right? That kind of thing. And rub your legs, because in a Tai Chi class, you'll have a 15-minute warm-up, and then you'll have a half an hour of form, and then you'll have some cool down, but you'll have a lot of standing, which you can always do. Almost everything we do is sitting down, okay? All right, shake it out a little. So let's put that out of the way. Now, I want you to stand for a moment. Take a breath. Time goes fast. And can you close your eyes? Now, if that makes you lightheaded or dizzy, open your eyes right away. I'd like everyone, if they can, to just spend a minute a day of standing and just breathing and seeing how their body feels. Is the weight even? Are the arms relaxed? Is the circulation going down to the hands? Wherever the blood goes, the energy goes. Wherever the energy goes, the blood goes. It's just to be every day and pay attention to how you feel especially before you do an exercise and after you do, okay? Now, let's get into a little Tai Chi form before we run out of time. Okay? So we're going to do a little coordination. You're going to take one hand, okay? We're going to make this circle. I'm going to turn around, make it a little bit easier for you. So I'm facing 12 o'clock. I'm making a counterclockwise circle. And most of us know what that is. And again, the young people aren't familiar with those terms. Kind of easy, right? And nothing's really easy until you know how to do it. And then we're going to go clockwise. So this little movement helps relax all the joints and circulates the shoulders, elbows, wrists. And if you notice, I'm shifting my weight, standing wide. And then you're going to try to do both hands. Both hands. And this is called waving hands like clouds. And don't be surprised if this is a little challenging, okay? Don't be surprised, because it is. Now, we get the benefit from trying. Okay? You don't always have to accomplish everything you get taught, but by trying is where you get the strength. Now, let's say you were having trouble with this and you got the hands mixed up and you're going the wrong direction, and a couple of weeks later, it's no problem. Then you know you've increased your coordination, right? So you get that benefit from it. Let's do a little Tai Chi stance, because then we're going to do one of the oldest movements called grasping the bird's tail. So Tai Chi stance is the front foot's in the front. That makes sense. And the front foot is the direction you want to go. The back foot's at an angle, and you shift back and forth, making sure you're comfortable. So don't do anything until you get very comfortable shifting back and forth and you're not hurting from the side. You don't want to be leaning forward. If you find yourself leaning forward or leaning back, relax the upper body and use the waist, use the legs. So your upper body is soft all the time. It floats up into the heavens, so to speak. From the waist down, you're rooted into the ground. Okay? This little exercise, as often as you can, you're on a telephone, shift. Do as much shifting as you can. Doesn't matter which foot is out. You notice one foot is not right in front of the other. That'll make it too narrow. So let's just get into a Tai Chi stance with your left foot at 12 o'clock. Your right foot is 2. And I'm going to grasp the bird's tail. So make believe you have a pheasant's tail over at 10 o'clock in your hands. I want to put this bird down, nice and easy. I'm going to put the bird down. Exhale. I'm going to pick up a loaf of Italian bread. It's kind of crusty. I'm going to squash it at 12 o'clock. So now my hands are together. I made breadcrumbs. I'm going to wipe off the table. And I'm going to take my problems and push them out the window as you exhale. That's the push. So grasping the bird, rolling back, and pressing, and retreating, and pushing. One more time. This is an in-breath. This is an out-breath. This is an in-breath. That's an out-breath. It's an in-breath and an out-breath. Don't get lightheaded with all this breathing. Okay? Let me show you that from the front. Some people think it's easier from the front, but it can be confusing. Okay? Grasp the bird. Roll back. Press. Back off the table. And push. One more time. Weight is forward. Weight is back. The weight shifts first. Just like if you were swinging a bat. And then when we finish, we bring our feet together. We give ourselves a smile. Little Tai Chi bow is the left hand. Open, right fist, left toe in front. Little courtesy bow if you desire to do that. Rub the hands and rub the back. Okay, now in a couple of minutes, we're going to wind it up. But before we do, I want to show you a little Qigong exercise that's very important for breathing, relaxation, and creating positive endorphins. Other than that, we don't get any benefit, right? Everyone should learn diaphragmatic breathing. belly breathing. You can Google it, look it up. Anyone that's a singer, musician, yoga person probably knows how to do that, a martial artist. But it is very good to increase our lung capacity, and in the world we're in now, we need very strong lung capacity, correct? Now, take a breath. Hopefully that gives you a little introduction, but let's do open and close. Open and close is very simple movement. Elbows are down. You make believe you have a balloon. You're breathing in. You're breathing out. Don't close it all the way. Don't have your hands touched. Don't go way out here like a football player. Just nice and simple. In breath, out breath. Okay. In breath, out breath. Now close your eyes a little bit. Make believe you're in water and you're pushing the water with the back of your hands, and then you're pushing the water with the palms. Eventually, you will feel energy here doing this exercise. But we're going to expand the lungs, expand the whole upper body, and let this balloon expand, and the balloon pushes the hands out. And then we're like a little sigh, and then we bring the hands together. So one more time, big expansion. You can do this sitting down too, and then. Now, this is something you can take home with you. This is going to be your happy ball. What we think has a lot to do with the chemicals. We like people to stop watching a lot of things that annoy them, make them stressful, increases fears, especially things we can't control. So, let's say this is I'm so happy ball. So close your eyes a minute and think it. As you breathe, I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. You don't have to be happy. Maybe this will help you get there. I'm so happy. Now, if you think it, it creates a certain amount of internal power for yourself. But if you say it, it magnifies it, and it helps you focus. So so say it out loud. You're probably home, nobody's around, okay, in case you're conspicuous. I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. And this ball, maybe you want to be strong today, so you can be strong. I'm so strong, I'm so strong. But could you imagine before any spouse argues, or we get the politicians to do 3 happy balls? Oh, so happy, so happy, so happy. Before they have a discussion. This happy ball can actually change the world, okay? So one more time. Oh, so happy, so happy, so happy. And then let the hands relax. Take a breath. When the hands relax, don't let them touch the body. You're like Billy the Kid, ready to draw his 6 guns, right? Relax, quick hands. And see if you can feel all the circulation in your fingers. Take a look at your hands, and a lot of you will have reddish hands, blotchy hands. Eventually, we want to get them like sliced salami. And that gets a lot of energy. And then we're going to finish up with a nice breath. And in a moment, I think John will be coming back. So take a breath. Now, if you're going to breathe, give yourself a smile. Anytime you try something new. Lots of smiles in Tai Chi, hopefully. And then another little bow. You take on the day, and you be careful out there. I think John's coming back. I'm not sure if I got this right. Okay, but let me see. And if not, we'll do something else. Okay, yes, here he is. Good timing, John. We just finished up with a little happy ball and a nice little bow to each other.
Wonderful.
Can you hear it
wonderful.
now? Yep.
We do. Thank you very, very much, Mike. It was a very, very informative presentation. Now, if people have questions about Tai Chi or what you do, is there a best way to get in touch with you? Is that okay? Is there
You give out my email. Yeah, give my email out to anybody that wants. This is what I do for a living. No one's bothering me. Now, I normally check my emails, between 5 and 6 in the morning, so I'm not one to always get back to you immediately, but you'll get an answer within a day.
You have been a delight to visit with, and I wish to thank all of the Mirror Vintage Park Facebook followers and those new folks that are watching us for the first time as we explore Tai Chi with Tai Chi Mike. Mike, I can't begin to thank you enough. Your presentation, although the French bread did make me a little hungry when you did mention that.
I know it at a time. A Chinese master did not teach me that one.
Exactly, and the salami hands, that was also a nice touch. But I wish to thank Melissa again for her help with this presentation. I wish to especially thank you for all of your presentations with the Sparrow Living properties. And I do encourage everybody to, if they're in the area, please feel free to stop by the beautiful Leasing Center model here at Mirror Vintage Park to see what we're all about. We've got some great friends and neighbors that are part of this already, and we have a lot of amenities and services that we'll soon be providing, and well worth your time to see what we're all about. Mike, thank you, sir, very much, and thank you, Facebook followers, for watching us today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to stop by the office located here on the construction site, or please feel free to call me. You may speak to myself, John Parker, or to Nicole Johnston at 832-932-4177. That is our direct phone number. With any questions you might have, to schedule a tour, or please feel free. We are in a safe environment. We do wear masks when people come to visit and learn more about us. So you'll feel very comfortable to come in and see what we're all about. Mike, thank you, sir, very much. And thank you, Facebook followers. We do appreciate you joining us.
And John, if anyone has a comment, I'd like to know what your feedback was, and hopefully it wasn't too rushed for people and they can get some benefit from what we did, okay?
Exactly, and what Mike is asking, if there are folks out there that would like to get some more questions answered about Mike's performance or his techniques, please feel free to send them to me. You can send them to me directly if you like, john.parker@sparrowliving.com with any comments you might have, or you can follow us on our Facebook page. We do answer those messages on a regular basis at you can go to mirrorvintagepark.com and also ask those questions as well. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. All right, Mike, thank you again for a great performance.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. We appreciate it. Take care. We'll see you soon.